When you think of Malcolm-Jamal Warner, a wave of nostalgia might wash over you. It's almost impossible not to picture Theo Huxtable, the affable and relatable son from the iconic The Cosby Show. He was a fixture in our living rooms, a character who felt like family. That unforgettable character from The Cosby Show, a role that catapulted Malcolm-Jamal Warner to stardom and etched him into the collective memory of a generation. But in the months before his death at 53, a relatively young age, Malcolm-Jamal Warner made it clear. He had so much more to offer, so much more he wanted to share with the world. He wanted the world to remember so much more than just a TV role, however beloved it may have been. He yearned to be recognized for the totality of his being. He opened up in interviews and online with a vulnerability and honesty that was truly captivating, speaking honestly about his hopes for his legacy, what he wanted to leave behind, and the impact he wished to have on the world. For Malcolm, being an actor, while significant, was only one piece of the puzzle, one facet of his multifaceted identity. He wanted people to see the musician, the artist pouring his soul into melodies and rhythms, the poet crafting verses that spoke to the heart and challenged the mind, the advocate for mental health and social justice, lending his voice to those who often go unheard. He wanted to be remembered as someone who lived with authenticity, who embraced his true self without reservation, who stood true to his values, unwavering in his principles and convictions. Even when it wasn't easy, even when faced with adversity and challenges. Malcolm said it best himself, in his own words, with his characteristic eloquence. He wanted his life to be an example, a beacon of hope and inspiration for others, especially for young black men who often face unique societal pressures and expectations. He hoped his story would inspire them to see the possibilities within themselves, to embrace their own creativity and individuality, to find their voices and express themselves authentically. He talked about the power of representation in media, the importance of seeing diverse stories and perspectives reflected on screen, and the responsibility he felt to set a positive example, to be a role model both on and off the screen. On and off the screen, he understood the influence he wielded and strived to use it for good. Behind the scenes, Malcolm was just as passionate, if not more so. He directed, bringing his vision to life behind the camera, produced, taking on the responsibility of shaping narratives and creating opportunities for others, mentored, guiding and supporting the next generation of artists and creators, and helped shape the next generation of talent, leaving an indelible mark on the entertainment industry. Whether it was a spoken word performance filled with raw emotion and powerful messages, a song that resonated with listeners on a deeply personal level, or a quiet moment giving advice, offering wisdom and guidance to those in need, he always tried to uplift others, to inspire them to be their best selves. His friends and colleagues described him as generous, always willing to lend a helping hand, thoughtful, deeply considerate of others' feelings and perspectives, and deeply committed to his community, always striving to make a positive difference. In his final months, as he faced his own mortality with courage and grace, even as his health declined and the challenges mounted, Malcolm never stopped creating. His artistic spirit remained undimmed. He poured his heart into poetry and music, using his art as a means of expression and connection, exploring themes of love, the complexities and joys of human connection, resilience, the ability to bounce back from adversity and find strength in the face of hardship, and the strength of community, the power of collective support and shared experience. He wanted to show that true success wasn't measured by fame, fortune, or accolades, but by the impact you have on those around you, the positive difference you make in the lives of others. After his passing, the tributes poured in, a testament to the profound impact he had on so many, not just from fans who admired his talent and charisma, but from people he'd mentored, worked with and inspired, who spoke of his generosity, his wisdom and his unwavering support. They remembered his kindness, his genuine care for others, his creativity, his boundless imagination and artistic vision, and his unwavering integrity, his commitment to living a life of purpose and meaning. Malcolm-Jamal Warner's legacy isn't just about what he did on TV, though that was certainly a significant part of his journey. It's about the lives he touched, the connections he forged, and the impact he had on the world around him. The barriers he broke, paving the way for future generations of black artists and creators, and the truth he insisted on living every single day, his unwavering commitment to authenticity and integrity. He leaves behind a legacy of creativity, a body of work that will continue to inspire and uplift for years to come. compassion, a deep empathy for others, and a desire to alleviate suffering, and unapologetic authenticity, a refusal to compromise his values or conform to societal expectations. And if you ask me, if you consider the totality of his life and work, that's an impact worth remembering, a legacy that deserves to be celebrated and cherished.